Have you ever felt a tugging at your heart, a recurring pattern of worry or insecurity, even when everything on the outside seems okay? It's almost like a part of you is still stuck in the same old story, replaying familiar feelings of fear or not being good enough. You might be in a creative profession or a helping role, always there for others, but sometimes you wonder who's truly there for you. If you're deeply interested in personal growth and seeking solutions to those persistent mental health challenges and yearning for deeper insights into your life path, then welcome, you're in the right place. Today we're going to explore a powerful concept that might be just a missing piece you've been searching for: healing your inner child. This isn't about time traveling or magic. It's about understanding how your past experience shape your present well-being. It's an empowering journey that can lead to profound shifts in your mental well-being and bring you closer to that inner peace you desire. Throughout this video, we'll uncover why this topic is so relevant to your emotional landscape, delve into how a healthy versus imbalanced inner child can manifest, and even peek into the fascinating world of astrology to understand how certain energies might be at play in your unique journey. Get ready for some aha moments and practical insights you can truly apply. Welcome to Mental Health and Astrology, where different worlds connect. My name is Sander de Bot, therapist and astrologer for over 2 decades, and it's great to see you here on this channel. Each week, we explore how self-awareness can help you navigate life challenges, build stronger connections, and nurture your mental well-being. This week, we're diving into the topic of healing your inner child. So grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's explore a healthy mindset together. Okay, so what does healing your inner child actually mean for your own mental health? Imagine your inner child as a younger version of yourself, still holding on to the feelings and the experience from your formative years. This isn't about being childish, but rather acknowledging that the emotional experiences of your past, especially those where we might have felt unheard, unseen, or unsafe, can leave imprints. Let me tell you about Mark, a dedicated therapist. He's incredibly empathetic, always prioritizing his clients' needs, often to the detriment of his own. He found himself consistently feeling depleted and resentful, yet unable to set boundaries. We traced this back to his childhood, where he was the oldest, always expected to be the strong one, to care for his younger siblings, while his parents were elsewhere. His inner child learned that his value came from being a caretaker, from putting others first. Now, as an adult, that pattern was still playing out, creating emotional exhaustion and taking away his inner peace. He had to learn to reparent that part of himself, giving himself the permission to have needs and set boundaries, which was a profound step in his personal growth and professional life. This is just one example of how an unhealed inner child can manifest as anxiety, self-doubt, perfectionism, difficulty with boundaries, or even struggles with intimacy. But it can come up in many different ways. It's not about blaming your past or your parents, but recognizing that these experiences shaped you and that we, as human beings, have the power to reparent ourselves, to give that inner child what you needed at that moment and what you need now. This is where true empowerment begins, by understanding these underlying dynamics. It truly transforms your approach to mental well-being. Now let's deepen this topic by looking at the healthy versus imbalanced expressions of your inner child. This isn't about being perfect, but about recognizing where your mental well-being might be thriving and where it might need a little extra tender love and care. When your inner child is healthy and integrated, you might experience a couple of things we mentioned before in previous episodes. Authenticity. You feel comfortable being your true self, expressing your emotions honestly without fear of judgment. There's a genuine ease in your interactions, a feeling of "I'm okay, I am enough" that radiates. This cultivates profound inner peace. Resilience. You can bounce back from challenges with grace. Setbacks don't define you, they become opportunities for growth and learning, although they can be very hard sometimes. You know You have the inner resources to navigate life's ups and downs, contributing to your overall mental well-being. Joy and playfulness. You allow yourself to experience genuine joy, creativity and spontaneity. There's a lightness in your spirit, a willingness to play and explore the world with curiosity, just like a child at heart. This is a key indicator of vibrant mental health, healthy boundaries. You can clearly communicate your needs and limits, saying no when necessary without guilt. You understand that protecting your energy is essential for your well-being. This is a vital part of self-awareness. Self-compassion. You treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you make mistakes or face difficulties. You are your own best friend, offering yourself the same empathy you'd offer a loved one. This fosters deep inner peace. However, when your inner child feels wounded or neglected, the imbalanced expressions can manifest as chronic people-pleasing. You constantly seek external validation, sacrificing your own needs to gain approval from others. This often leads to resentment and exhaustion, seriously impacting your own mental well-being. Perfectionism and self-criticism. You hold yourself to impossible high standards, constantly judging your own efforts and fearing failure, which can lead to anxiety and burnout. Difficulty with emotional regulation. You might swing between intense emotions, struggling to manage anger, sadness, or fear in a healthy way. Maybe you keep your emotions inside. This can feel overwhelming and disrupt inner peace. Fear of abandonment or rejection. You might cling to relationships or avoid intimacy altogether, driven by deep-seated fears from childhood. This can hinder your own personal growth. Procrastination or avoidance. You might put off tasks or avoid challenging situations, rooted in a fear of not being good enough or of making mistakes. This drains your energy and mental well-being. The consequences of these imbalances are significant. They can manifest as chronic anxiety, persistent feelings of unworthiness, difficulty in forming relationships, and a general sense of being stuck or unfulfilled. And recognizing these patterns is the first step towards self-awareness and empowerment. It's like shining a flashlight into a dusty corner of your emotional life. Are there examples that resonated with you? Maybe you have recognized any of these patterns in your own life. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. By sharing your experiences, we can create a powerful community of personal growth. Now, for those of you who are interested in connecting the deeper dots, let's weave in an interesting astrological perspective. When we talk about healing your inner child in astrology, one celestial body often comes to mind, Chiron. In astrology, Chiron is often called the wounded healer. It's not a planet, but a celestial body or centaur orbiting between Saturn and Uranus. Think of Chiron as representing your deepest wounds and the unique way you learn to heal them. Not just for yourself, but often for others as well, which happens along the process. It points to where you might have felt a fundamental sense of brokenness or inadequacy in your childhood. But here's the beautiful part. The very place of your deepest wounds also become the source of your greatest wisdom and capacity for compassion. It's an empowering archetype, suggesting that your vulnerabilities hold incredible strength for personal growth. Let's look at how Chiron's energy manifests in two different zodiac signs, offering you some aha moments about your own path to mental well-being. Chiron in Aries. People born between 1968 and 77 will have Chiron in Aries, and also people born between 2019 and 2026. Aries is the sign of the self, of the pioneering spirit and individual actions. If your Chiron is in Aries, your inner child might carry wounds around your sense of self, your right to exist, or your ability to assert yourself. Perhaps you felt stifled in the past, or that your unique voice wasn't heard. This can manifest as struggles with confidence, fear to be the first, or difficulty in asserting your boundaries. However, As you heal this wound, you can become a powerful advocate for yourself and others. You may inspire others to find their own courage within and to stand in their own power. You can become a pioneer in self-awareness, guiding others toward empowerment in their mental health journeys. Chiron in Libra. This is valid for people born between 1995 and 97. Libra is the sign of partnerships, balance and relationships. If your Chiron is in Libra, your inner child might have experienced wounds related to relationships, fairness and justice, or a feeling of being unseen in partnerships. Perhaps you learn to prioritize others' needs over your own to maintain peace, or you struggled with feelings of rejection. This can manifest as difficulties with codependencies. The healing journey for Chiron in Libra involves learning to find balance within yourself first, to assert your own needs within relationships, and to understand that true harmony comes from healthy interdependence, not sacrifice. You can become a skilled mediator, a compassionate relationship counselor, helping others find balance and inner peace in their connections. Okay, let's connect all these threads. Healing your inner child isn't just about revisiting your past, it's about transforming your present and future. It's about recognizing that a lot of challenges you face, or patterns of worry or of self-doubt, often has roots in these very early imprints. And by addressing them, you can unlock a profound sense of inner peace and empowerment. Healing your inner child and have a stable connection with it is a core component of your overall mental well-being. The key takeaway here is that your current emotional responses are often echoes of a younger self. The good news here? You, as the wise, capable adult, have the power to reparent that younger you. This is where personal growth truly accelerates. Let me share a quick personal anecdote. For years I struggled with a subtle feeling of not quite being enough, especially when stepping into new projects. And it wasn't a crippling fear, but more of a persistent low-level buzz of insecurity. Through my own journey of inner child work, I realized that this stemmed from a childhood experience, where my enthusiasm was sometimes dismissed as too much. So my inner child learned to dim itself. Recognizing this was an aha moment for myself. Now, when that old whisper emerges, I can gently remind that younger part of myself that it's safe to be fully me, that my enthusiasm is a gift, not a burden. This simple act of acknowledging and reassuring myself has brought immense inner peace and freedom to my mental well-being. So how do you handle these challenges? Start by cultivating self-awareness. When you feel a strong emotional reaction, especially one that seems disproportional to the current situation, take a pause. Ask yourself, what part of me is feeling this right now? Does this remind me of anything from my past? And this simple question can be incredibly illuminating. Then offer compassion to that part of yourself and its emotions. Imagine that you are giving the younger one the comfort, understanding or reassurance they needed then. That's the essence of healing your inner child. To help you connect with this powerful energy and begin your own journey of healing your inner child, I want to guide you through a simple yet profound breathing and visualization exercise. This exercise helps you to cultivate self-awareness and offer compassion to that inner part of yourself. This exercise is very helpful because it brings you into the present moment, allowing you to create a safe space within yourself, from where you can connect with your inner child without judgment. It grounds you and reminds you that you are here, now, capable of offering comfort. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, and gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand, as if you're filling a balloon. Hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale through your mouth, letting go of any tension. Repeat this a few times and just settling into your breath. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Now I invite you to bring to mind a younger version of yourself. Perhaps it's you at age of 5 or 8 or even younger, whatever age comes to mind naturally. See them clearly in your mind's eye and notice their expressions, their feelings. Do they look happy or scared, sad, unsure? And simply acknowledge what you see. There's no need to change anything, just observe. Now imagine yourself, your adult self, reaching out to that younger you. What would you want to say to them? What comfort, understanding, or reassurance would they need to hear? Perhaps it's "you are safe now," or "I see you and you are loved," or "it's okay to feel that way." Breathe those words in. Imagine wrapping your younger self in a warm, comforting embrace. Feel the connection between your adult self and that inner child. Allow yourself to experience any emotions that arise. This is a part of the healing process. Continue to breathe deeply, holding that image of comfort and connection. Remind your inner child that you are here for them, now and always. You are the loving parent they always needed. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, bringing that sense of peace and connection back into your present moment. How did that feel for you? Please share your experience in the comments below. Even a small connection with your inner child can be a huge step towards inner peace and mental well-being. My own experience with this kind of inner work, particularly with my Chiron in Aries, has been transformative. It allowed me to not only heal my own insecurities about myself or my enthusiasm, but also to better understand and actively guide others through their emotional landscapes. It's really an empowering journey. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the power of our mind with this week's topic, healing your inner child and its way of reconnecting us to our authentic selves. We've seen how past experiences shape our present, how balanced and imbalanced expressions manifest, and how Chiron in astrology sheds light in our healing journey. My passion lies in helping you feel more connected, understood, and empowered on a daily basis, whether we're delving into mental health or tapping into planetary energies. If today's message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment. Just discovered this channel? Welcome aboard. Subscribe and ring that chips bell to set course for your own mental health. Together, we can navigate life challenges with clarity and kindness. Next week, we will discuss the topic of mental overload and how to avoid it, so be sure to tune in again. And please remember, astrology is a wonderful guide, but it's your own choice that shapes your path. Take care of your heart and mind, stay healthy, see you next week. And in the meantime, check this video about finding your inner peace by transforming trauma, where we explored how to cope with trauma and how to respond with greater self-awareness. See you there in a second.